Hey everyone, fsubones from the Inglorious Bastards gaming community bringing you some more Rainbow Six Siege highlights. Want to talk a little bit today about teamwork specifically. I think Rainbow Six Siege is not only one of the best first-person shooters that I've played in 2015, but also one of the best first-person shooters that I have ever played, and that's mainly due to the level of teamwork and communication that is required in this game. I think that's been something that's been really lacking, especially for me, who mainly as a console player, we don't have a lot of games out like this on the market. So I think PC players are used to more tactical gameplay like this, especially with games like Counter-Strike and things like that. But for the console, I was really missing a title like this, and I think Rainbow Six fits the bill beautifully. So when it comes to establishing teamwork, I think where you'd want to start is at the micro level. And by that, I mean you want to find one or two people that you kind of stick with consistently in game. You want to be on their hip, you want to be assaulting with them at all times. And two people I work really well with on this micro level is TikTok and Woes from IGBT. We just seem to have great communication and anticipation of what each of us is going to do next. So I kind of stick with them throughout the game, especially when I'm attacking. I'm on TikTok's hip, I'm on Woes' hip, and we kind of work through rooms together, clearing corners, making sure as we approach that we have each other's back and we talk well with each other. If you can establish this micro level of teamwork, it will definitely help you each and every round as you go through and increase your chances of staying alive as you work with that one person. So once you've established that micro level of communication and teamwork, you really want to start to work on that macro level of communication and teamwork. And this is more of the whole squad approach. So what we will typically do is divide up into fire teams of either 2 and 3, or we'll do 2 fire squads of 2 with one guy kind of roaming and supporting as we move along. Now, how you decide to split this up is really going to be determined based on who you're good at working with at a micro level. If you have 3 people that work together at a micro level, great, make that a fire squad. If you have 2 guys that are better working together at a micro level, make that a fire squad. Whatever works for you guys, divide it up and start assaulting that way. Now with the macro level approach, it comes with putting those fire teams all together. So if one fire team is going to hit from the left, another fire team's got to hit from the right. If one fire team is going to come in on the first floor, maybe the other fire team comes in on the second floor. You guys, as a squad of 5, need to kind of come up with that and say, hey, me and so, we're going to take the left. Can you and so take the right? Great, we're going to do that. You've made the plan. Let's execute it now. So you want to communicate on that macro level. Okay, A team's in place on the left. Are you guys ready to go on the right? Yep, we are. Perfect. Let's go. Let's do this. And by coordinating like that and working together, you can hit from different angles. So when I breach in from the left, they might turn in and start looking to the left. Now you hit from the right, and now you can either get some cheap kills hitting them in the back, or we're just going to cause total chaos and they're really not going to know what to do, and we're just going to hit from both sides and clean them up. If you do that, if you start working together at a macro level, you're really going to increase your chances of success. So I highly advise that you guys start doing that more consistently. Now this macro level of communication and teamwork is going to take a little bit longer to establish than that micro level. There's just more people involved, there's different play styles involved, so it's going to take a little bit longer to get that going consistently. But if you do it on a regular basis, it's really going to be rewarding. There's been plenty of times where I haven't played well with someone at the micro level, but when we put them together in a different fire team and they find someone they work really well with, we put it all together and it works awesomely. So we'll hit from one side, they'll hit from the other, and it's just consistently we're running through teams. Now one fire team might take more of a brunt on one round than the other, and that's okay. That's just going to happen depending on how the defense is laid out. But if you put it all together and stick to it consistently, you're going to find yourself winning a lot more matches than losing. I think the important thing to remember is as you're developing these micro and macro level of teamwork and communication is that you try to do it with a smile on your face. Not everything is going to go well at times. There's going to be people that miss shots. There's going to be some miscommunication, and that's going to happen no matter how good you are and how long you play the game. So when those things kind of happen, you just got to do it with a smile on your face and try to roll with it. If you ever played with me, you know that I can be the #1 offender of this at times, and I don't always keep my cool, but I'm trying to get better at it. And I found that as I'm doing that, I'm enjoying the game a lot more, and the people I'm playing with, more importantly, are enjoying the game a lot more. An important thing to keep in mind is that if you do develop a plan, I encourage you to stick through it. If you say, hey, me and Tick, we're going to breach through this window, go ahead and do it, no matter what. If you start drawing some fire, that was the plan, go ahead and execute it. Because if you have a plan, typically the other person's going to rely on you, especially if you're the first person through the door. They're going to rely on you to follow through with the plan, so you really got to be there to back them up. This way you know, hey, the plan was off. It wasn't execution, it was just the plan, or hey, they had the better idea on that defense and you're going to get beat. That's going to happen. But if you have a plan, stick with it, execute it, and I find that more times or not, you're going to end up doing pretty well with that. So that's about all I have for today, guys. I hope you find this video useful as you're going through and trying to establish some teamwork in Rainbow Six Siege. If you like the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you want, go ahead and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. We look forward to seeing you out on the battlefield of Rainbow Six Siege. This is FSU Bones, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. See you later.